The Romanian countryside looked like a beautiful painting in front of me. Green hills rolled gently, one after the other, and faded into a soft mist. Little villages were scattered across the land. You could see their red tile roofs sticking out from groups of trees. Old wooden fences worn by time showed where the gardens ended. I could see sheep eating grass peacefully on the hillsides. The air was fresh and clean. It smelled a little like wildflowers and wet dirt. This was so different from busy cities. It felt like going back to a simpler, quieter time. I was very curious, and that's why I made this trip. I really wanted to explore the real Romania. I wanted to understand its culture, not just from museums, but from its people, and of course from its food. I had heard about some traditional dishes. People said these dishes showed the real spirit of the country. The thought of big homemade meals pulled me deeper into this wonderful land. I imagined kitchens full of warmth and the yummy smell of food cooking slowly. This was the Romania I wanted to find. I knew this trip would be special. I got more and more excited about Romanian food with every mile I traveled. I was especially excited to try two dishes, sarmale and mamaliga. Sarmale, I learned, were cabbage rolls. They were filled with a tasty mix of ground meat and rice. Mamaliga was described as a golden cornmeal porridge, like a thick breakfast cereal. People often said it was like Italian polenta, but I knew it would have its own special Romanian taste. I couldn't wait to try them. Thinking about these dishes made me picture cozy kitchens. I imagined grandmothers, their hands moving skillfully like they'd done it many times. They would be making these meals with love for their families. Food made this way always tastes different. It has something you can't buy, love. I hope to find a kitchen like that. I wanted to see how these traditional foods were made. I wanted to learn the stories behind them. To me, this is the real meaning of traveling for food. It's about connecting with a culture in a deeper, more personal way. As I went into small villages, friendly faces greeted me. People were curious and welcoming. The idea of finding that countryside kitchen felt very real. Let's talk more about sarmale. These are not just simple cabbage rolls, it's a real art to make them in Romania. Each roll is carefully made. They use tender cabbage leaves, often soured a bit to give a tangy, zesty flavor. Sometimes young grape leaves are used instead, especially in the spring. These leaves are dipped in hot water until they are soft and easy to bend. Then, they are ready to be filled. The filling itself is a delicious mix. It's usually made of ground pork or a mix of pork and beef. Rice is added to give it a nice feel and to soak up the flavors. The seasoning for sarmale is very important. It often has finely chopped onions, cooked until golden. Paprika, both sweet and sometimes a little spicy, adds color and a deep taste. Dill and thyme are common herbs, giving a fresh, nice smell. Some recipes add smoked bacon or other smoked meats. These are either mixed into the filling or put in layers between the rolls as they cook. This adds a wonderful, smoky, rich taste to the dish. Each family often has its own secret recipe. These recipes are passed down from parents to children, making each one special. Sarmale are seen as a national dish in Romania. They are a main part of Christmas and Easter meals. Now let's talk about mamaliga. This simple dish has a very special place in Romanian cooking. Basically, mamaliga is a simple porridge. It's made from cornmeal, water, and a little bit of salt. But its importance is much bigger than the simple things it's made of. People often say it's like Romanian polenta. While they are alike in some ways, mamaliga has its own special character and history. It's a food that has helped feed Romanian families for many, many years. It's a big part of their food traditions. Mamaliga can be used in many ways. It can be served soft and creamy, almost like a thick breakfast cereal, or it can be cooked longer until it gets firm enough to cut into slices. When it's soft, it goes wonderfully with rich stews and dishes with lots of sauce. It soaks up all the yummy flavors. When it's firm, it can be cut into squares or triangles. These can be eaten like bread. Sometimes it's grilled or fried, which makes it crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. Being able to use it in many ways makes it a loved and common food in Romanian homes. It really shows the heart of Romanian home cooking. Section 5. Meeting the maker's hearts and hands in the kitchen. My search for real sarmale and mamaliga took me to a small village. It was tucked away at the bottom of the Carpathian Mountains. There, I met Elena. She was a woman in her late 60s. Her eyes sparkled with kindness. Her hands, though worn from years of work, moved smoothly and carefully. Elena invited me into her home. Her kitchen was small but very cozy. A wood-fired stove made the room warm. Copper pots hung from the walls, shining softly. It felt like the heart of her home. Elena told me she learned to make sarmale from her mother, and her mother learned from her grandmother. The recipe was a family treasure. It was passed down by the women in her family for many years. As she talked, she started to get the ingredients ready. She chopped onions very, very fast. She mixed the ground pork and beef with rice and spices. Her movements were smooth and sure. She explained each step patiently. She said it was very important to use fresh food from nearby. You could see her love for cooking in everything she did. Watching Elena cook was a very special experience. It was not just about recipes or how to do things, it was about connection. Connection to family, to tradition, and to the land. Their kitchens were not just places to make food. Section 6, a symphony of flavors, the first bite of tradition. The moment finally came. Elena put a steaming plate of sarmale in front of me. Next to it was a big helping of golden mamaliga. The smell was amazing. It was a rich mix of tasty meat, tangy cabbage, and gentle spices. My mouth watered. I couldn't wait to eat. I picked up my fork. I cut into one of the plump cabbage rolls. The cabbage was so tender, it was easy to cut. The filling was moist and seasoned just right. I took my first bite. It was pure comfort food. The flavors exploded in my mouth. The rich taste of the ground meat was balanced by the slightly sour taste of the cabbage. The rice added a lovely feel. There were little hints of dill and thyme. A light smoky taste from the bacon Elena had put in layers in the pot. It had many flavors and was very, very tasty. Each bite was better than the last. Then I tried the mamaliga. It was soft and creamy. Its light corn flavor went perfectly with the rich sarmale. Together they were a match made in food heaven. Elena watched me with a warm smile. She seemed really happy to share her food with me. Eating this meal in her cozy kitchen felt so special. Section 7. Beyond the plate, sarmale and mamaliga in Romanian culture. Sarmale and mamaliga are much more than just popular foods in Romania. They are a very important part of the country's culture. You'll find them at almost every important time in life. Think of a Romanian Christmas. The table wouldn't be complete without a large pot of sarmale cooking slowly. Their rich smell fills homes during holiday time. They show there is plenty of food, and it's a time to celebrate. Families get together to make them. Making them together becomes a special tradition. It brings families closer, from grandparents to grandkids. Weddings are another time when sarmale are very important. They are often served as one of the main dishes. They show a warm welcome and hope for a good life for the new couple. Mamaliga is like that too. It's always there. It goes with many traditional meat dishes and stews. Its comforting taste and feel is a reminder of home and family history. Food in Romania is a way of showing you care. Section 8. Echoes of the past. The enduring legacy of peasant food. The history of sarmale and mamaliga is very interesting. It tells a story of people being strong and learning to use what they had. These dishes started out as the food of country people from long ago. For hundreds of years, Romanian country folk depended on the land to live. They learned to make the most of simple ingredients that were easy to find. Mamaliga is a perfect example of this. Corn, or porum, as they say in Romanian, became a main crop after it was brought over from the Americas. It was easier to grow than wheat in many places. Mamaliga was a filling and healthy way to use this grain they had a lot of. Sarmale, too, have a long and interesting history. The idea of wrapping food in leaves is very old. You can find it in many cultures. The Romanian way of making them probably changed over time because of the Ottoman Empire. The Turks ruled over parts of Romania for hundreds of years. They brought with them dishes like sarma, which means wrapped in Turkish. But Romanians changed this idea. They used local foods like pork, which was not common in Turkish cooking. They also like to use soured cabbage leaves, giving sarmale their special tangy flavor. Section 9. Your invitation, taste Romania's soul. My trip through the Romanian countryside was something I'll never forget. The rolling hills were so beautiful. The people were warm and welcoming. And the food, oh, the food was amazing. Trying sarmale and mamaliga in the country where they come from was wonderful. It was more than just eating. It was about connecting with a culture. It was about understanding a way of life. It was about tasting history and tradition in every single bite. I left Romania with a full tummy and a very full heart. If you're looking for a trip that makes you feel good in every way, I really think you should consider Romania. Go see more than just the famous castles. Go out into the countryside, look for the small villages. This is where you will find the real heart of the country. This is where you will meet people like Elena and Ion, people who cook with love and are happy to share their family traditions with you. Their stories and their food will stay with you long after you leave. It's an experience that makes your life richer and gives you new ideas.